Annie, drop the needle.
Annie, drop the needle.
Wait, I have a pen. Will that do? I dropped it. Yay, something dropped in the kitchen next room.
Wow, you're good.
Yeah, I have secret psychic powers. Thank you for noticing.
Secret psychotic powers. Excellent.
I said psychic, but that's not really much of a difference.
Alright, so when you're starting...
All right. Are we recording? Excellent. All right. Who shall do the recap?
Flux, stop doing that.
Everyone volunteer at once.
half your session, so I'm not good.
It's obviously Flux because Flux was late.
Alright, so if that's the case, I'll do my best. So last session, we actually just faffed about for about a whole session because we didn't get anything done. Sorry, no offense. So we got to the bank. We had our run-ins with Vegemite.
Okay.
Nothing much happened.
It was the grand jury. It was the grand.
Oh yeah, it was the grand jury. We had a small scuffle. Nothing much happened. I did bonker with a hockey stick and what was it? What's Slime Ghost's name? I forget. I didn't get.
Nymph.
Oh, Slime Ghost?
Oh, Slime Ghost? Did you say Slime Girl?
Slime Girl.
Slime Girl's
yeah.
Nymph.
And Nymph use her military status to evacuate the citizens of the area. And Bonnie used her powers to survey the area. And then we ended off with a corte, or is it 3 people or 4 people? Just three, right?
Bad Bill, Bob, and Dick.
Yeah.
The steampunks are. There's 3 people.
And we had a triplet from the Steampunk Brothers. And that will be the end of the session.
I guess that's kind of it. It was definitely not a long session. You guys were going to the grand jury hearing. You were confronted by Vegemite, who you started to laugh at, and then so Vegemite turned into a vicious, snuggly dragon, and you guys laughed at her more, and then you kind of daunted her, and she got frustrated and flew off. And then you heard the explosion around the corner, which she was supposed to be a distraction for, but failed abysmally. You rounded the corner to find the steampunks breaking into the prison, which in no way houses any dangerous people at all.
Question to Entropy. Entropy, what was your reaction to the steampunk playing their theme song? Because Lottie and Nymph enjoyed it greatly. Bonnie thought it was silly and dumb, and I wonder what Entropy thought. This is very important question. This is crucial for the narrative.
Okay, just quick. Actually, I wasn't there when they were singing, but I wanted to ask, do they have guns on them? Or any weapons on?
Well, you can look at them. They're wearing powered armor, so any number of ports could mean any different things.
Are they holding any weapons? Just any visible weapons?
No, you don't see any visible weapons.
Okay, then I would think it was pretty silly as well, but also slightly psychotic, because why else would you be carefree if you're doing something very serious like blowing up a building, which could kill people?
But they weren't blowing up a building. They were more a shape-charged entry in order to try to get into the building.
It's still dangerous.
All right, so the song is completed. They're looking at you. And I fidget. Thank you. All right. They're looking at you. Bad Bill, the one who looks kind of like a Steampunk Iron Man because I think someone drew up a Steampunk Iron Man.
Is it the first one is Steampunk Iron Man, right? Yes. Sorry, first one, the one smoking.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We have Steampunk Iron Man, Steampunk Diver, and Steampunk Samurai Knight.
Yeah, he does kind of look samurai.
Yeah, he does kind of look samurai-esque.
You know he's a serious bad
You know he's a serious bad guy because he's frowning.
And yeah, and the helmet reminds me of the Scuffstaple helmet, and there looks like some sort of rocket in the back, which might be interesting. Did I pronounce that right? Scuffstaple, or is it Shuffstaple? I don't know.
You got me.
You got me on that one.
It's German, so we're all gonna butcher it anyway. Anyway, what were they expecting of us?
You mean what
are the bad guys expecting of us?
Yeah, because they stopped and then just looked at us.
They're planning on fighting you because they are bad guys, and so they're doing bad guy things.
I have actually a plan. Nobody actually moved. Nobody actually moved, and we'll just go in a standstill until reinforcement comes.
What?
You don't want anyone to move?
You don't want anyone to move?
Yeah, because we're basically at a standstill, right? Waiting for the first person to move.
You mean?
Are we in like a Mexican standoff?
And I want nobody to move. I want nobody to move because then reinforcements will come if we do this long enough.
Draw a gun or something?
No. We're just like we're waiting for the first move of each of us.
Bob and Richard are charging at you guys. So meanwhile, Bad Bill is dealing with the building. He seems to be, pulling away walls and stuff like that. He's exhibiting strength beyond that of an ordinary person in, armor.
Alright, so I think we're all gonna do the same, and we're all gonna act at the same time. So, are we gonna draw lots on who goes first?
No, it depends on basically who goes first, narratively, I guess. I think all of us have separate plans to engage the things. Daphne has a plan to engage. I think all of us have separate plans to engage, so it depends on who's faster. Daphne's probably the last one to go because she's the slowest.
Alright, I'll deal with building terror over there.
Well, you'd have to get past the other two in order to deal with him.
Alright, so then I'll go last then. I'll go last because I need a clear opening.
Okay.
So who wants to go first? Otherwise, I'll do something.
Shall I bite the billet?
Hey, question. What is Entropy's power again? I'm kind of blanking on it.
Entropy can microwave. He can pull stuff out of nowhere, and he's got a microwave.
We're an all-female team.
One of them is an ex-female, and now nothing. So nothing is kind of.
Should I start using they then? On you?
She's confused. Okay, it's a lot of stuff change when you die. It's kind of weird.
Does your gender stay the same?
She done gender fluid.
She's literally a fluid.
Then if you're gender fluid, then I might just start calling you using they then.
She doesn't mind. She's
they and them.
Quiet, just because mute and stuff. But we'll do.
Anyway, continuing on.
Okay.
I'll try to dodge around them and deal with the building terror.
Okay.
Well,
I do that? Yeah.
Evie, did you want to start off the festivities?
Well, if I must.
You have
You have two people in powered armor charging at you.
Looking at Nymph disposition of walking really slowly, I will just teleport her right next to one of them
Yeah,
with
I'll
me.
probably look at you and kind of point at one of them, like someone like who's probably not. Oh, wait. Entropy is going after the one like near the building, right?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yep.
who's the most dangerous that we can see?
Well, as you're looking at him right now,
Oh, here's a question.
Bob seems to be emitting a whole lot of steam. So the one that looks like he's in a
I have
diving
some
bell.
ability for that, don't I?
Yeah, but aren't you really vulnerable to heat
I am.
too?
No. I'm saying like I have a move before we get started.
Oh.
When you have time, did I have time to closely observe my opposition because they were doing the theme song thing?
Yeah, I'll say during this theme song you can. So you want to roll your
No,
freak roll?
It's a savior.
Or no, it's savior.
I think I.
We're looking dumbfoundedly.
Yeah, I think I never. I was clapping them, but I'm also observing them because Dynamite has been telling me, even if the enemies are. I forget how he says.
Absurd.
Oh, okay, no, I have to say a very silly Indian accent. Even if the enemies are very, very silly, you must pay attention to what they're doing. Nymph, do you get me? Nymph shakes her head, like, vicariously.
That works.
Such a terrible.
All right. So do you want to roll your savior roll? I noticed you changed that
No,
label.
yeah, but it's not
job.
like it shouldn't be freak. Like it was by default.
I know. I couldn't figure out why it was freak, but you changed it. So thank you.
I think I never actually bothered to change it randomly when I wrote it down. Hey, oh my god! Okay, that's a 7.
Okay. Very good. It is a 7.
Nice.
All
Nice.
right,
Nice.
so I just get.
Okay, so that means you'll hold 2.
Ooh.
And then during that time, you can, let's see, you can spend a hold to redirect an attack, cross a distance, stun them, ignore all harm from one of their attacks, escape any bindings or impediments that they attempt to place on
I
you.
want to like cross a distance between them and you. I want to go next to the building guy. And the way I'm thinking is when like I tell Bonnie to just use the portal. Oh wait, she doesn't portal, right? She teleports. Okay, so to teleport me over. Kind of. Does that work?
Normally can Bonnie teleport anything when she's not going herself, or does she have to go?
I have to go with the thing that I'm holding.
Okay, so do you want to... How about we do this then? We'll do... You guys do that, but since you're using this ability, why don't we say Bonnie still has an action? Does that sound good?
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
So spend your one held if you're actually keeping track of it someplace. All right.
Okay.
And you are next to Bad Bill, the mean one.
Yay! Okay, so I just did Bonnie, who teleports me next to Bad Bill. Bob is the diver, right?
Let me look at the pictures again. Yeah, Bob is the diver.
Okay.
All right. We kind of teased, and she didn't get to go. So how about Evelyn act?
So Richard is also kind of just loitering.
He's closing the distance towards you guys.
Okay, well, maybe Lottie will try and go for Richard.
Sorry, say again. We'll try to what?
Go for Richard.
So you just want to straight up attack.
So you just want to straight up attack.
Are you punching?
Are you punching, or
are you going to try to use?
Are you going to try to use pheromones to somehow ensorcel his mind or something, or what?
I was gonna say like plants, but
okay. Do you want to?
Okay. Do you want to? In other words, you want to like try to tangle them up in vines or something?
Exactly what I was thinking. Yes.
Okay. That sounds like an unleash roll to me.
Ooh.
Oh damn.
Experience point?
Oh wow. She doesn't get.
Oh, wow.
No,
nice.
she doesn't get an experience point for rolling well.
Good job. You rolled very well.
Good job. You rolled very well. That means it's not a temporary or unstable effect. He
gets caught up and
but is it vicious vicious vines? What?
This is no time for vines.
This is no time for vines.
And
he will in turn
shoot a rocket at you.
shoot a rocket at you.
Oh, wow.
So
Oh, what the fuck?
The casual figure of that.
So you see that thing on his back.
You see that thing on his back that in turn is a rocket. Shoots out of there.
Oh.
Starts flying the distance.
Oh.
Seems to be some sort of guided
Lord.
weapon.
Frickin' called it.
And now assuming there's gunpowder in there.
Now, is anyone going to try to defend our wonderful outsider, or are you just gonna let her get hit by a
Am I
rocket?
with?
Alright, I'm gonna. Okay, who has me? Does anybody who's taken turn do a reaction?
Either Bonnie or you, Flux, could interfere in the rocket attack.
Well, I can't do anything about the rocket, so I'm just gonna actually just dive into her and just like pull her down so that the rocket misses her.
Okay,
So you're
roll
gonna,
savior.
that sounds like a savior roll.
that sounds like a savior roll to me.
Where is my character? There it is. Zero savior, go!
You can do it! I believe in you!
I want that experience point though, so I don't care.
There we go.
Anybody want to help?
We should probably discuss the fact that we're entering combat.
Well, you were
kind of still in combat
Yeah, you're
because
right.
your team
Yeah,
points
you're right.
last time were from the previous from Vegemite. It
Oh,
never
yeah.
really
That's
never
true,
really went away.
But should
So.
we not get
Yeah,
one
that's
more
true.
team at the start of a session?
That's fair. I'll allow that.
That's fair. I'll allow that.
Should I use team?
But Bonnie can help you, right? Bonnie teleports next to
Yeah.
like me next to
well,
Bad Bill.
Yeah.
If anyone can narratively say it, even if you've acted, you can assist.
Actually, what? I'll just use a team.
Selfishly use
If you
team.
use
I'll
a
use
team
it.
to defend, you've got to use it selfishly.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's
It's your
how
action.
teamwork.
Your action is
That's
to
how
defend.
teamwork. Okay. Team member. Hold
I
on,
see.
let
I
me
see. I
put
see.
it under this.
I mean, Bonnie's gonna do something. She's gonna try to. I know this sounds ridiculous, but she's gonna
Also, it
teleport.
doesn't. Okay, so here's the thing: when you use team selfishly, you actually don't add a +1. You change the label.
Yeah, you change syllables. In that case, I'll just take the experience loss. I'll just take the experience.
Well, Bonnie's
Well,
trying.
okay, but and then no one else wants to assist you.
Can I assist you? Then
You can if you can narrate how you would assist him, you can assist him, and it's not going to cost your action.
well, in narratively, I would like to serve the dumb rocket by teleporting above it and
Stepping on it.
using my weight.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, for a second there, I thought you were gonna ride the
Yes.
rocket like Doctor Strangelove.
Well, I mean,
How does that help? Just asking how does that help? Because I'm pulling her down and you're just pushing it down into us.
Well, it's
Well,
it'll
I
probably
just-
cause it to crash even earlier.
Well, you could
I
probably
could
just
push it
hit the tail
on the
end. You
back
could.
so it will propel up like down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She steps on the back and it changes its trajectory to up into the air. Okay. That works. Let's take one from the team. And Blux, you don't get that experience. Sorry.
Oh, if you help, you have to use team.
Yes,
Oh, I see.
And you don't
Yeah.
get the XP. Haha, get wrecked.
I'm gonna get the beacon dives anyway, so I don't care.
All right. So let's see. Now that brings Bonnie up to bat because Bonnie's assist didn't take her action.
I would like to run over to the nearest village, which would be, I guess, the dude who released the rocket.
Yeah, that would be. You know what? I think he's kind of busy. Why don't we send you next to Bob? Since you rode the rocket down, and we'll put Bob closer. So.
Okay, and if that's the case, as I am falling down from the rocket, I would like to take my golf and swing, basically swing a golf. What do you call that?
You're gonna hit him with a golf club.
Wait, what?
Yes,
Wait,
right
you
in
have
the.
a golf club?
Don't I have a
Yes,
golf?
she has her weapon. She has a weapon as a
Oh,
golf
she
club.
has a golf club as a weapon.
It's like-
Okay. I forgot.
Yeah, because we're a bunch of thieves without
She
any
has
actual
teleportation,
weapons.
power negation, and a golf club. Good. I need to write this down.
Yes.
This is very important thing.
Do you really want me to punch a hawk of steel of a
That's
helmet?
hilarious. It's hilarious.
I mean, you could probably get the same effect if you use a shiv and just stab it through the eye holes.
I think
Yeah.
you'll get a better
I
luck
mean, I
with
would rather
the ship in the eye hole.
Well, I mean, she's looking at the guy in the diving bell. So let's face it. You hit that with a golf club, it'll probably actually hurt his ears with the reverberation.
Clang.
Yeah. As I swing my golf club, I say, "For."
Okay. Important question. What golf club is it? Is it a wood? Is it an iron? Which iron is it? Is it a putter? Very
God
important question.
damn it!
I don't think she
I
knows.
choose iron. That's the only avenue. I just stole my one of my mother's golf
Wait,
clubs.
wait, our golf
And
clubs.
you don't even know your golf clubs
Wait,
aided
I
you,
thought
Aillas.
golf clubs were made.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
Wait,
there's 5
I used
different
to think
golf
golf
clubs.
clubs were made of like aluminum because that would make them like the lightest or something. Wouldn't that be better?
No.
They-
There's 5 golf clubs, and one of them is named iron because of
But
how
is it made of
because of how much power it has behind
or
it.
is it just called iron?
Doesn't have to be, but it's the name itself is just iron.
Look, I just stole the heaviest. Okay.
All right.
Hefty.
Probably would be a wood, but let's just call it a driver. There you go.
Yeah.
That's like, can you explain what is the difference?
I choose a
between-
fast one over a heavy one, to
Like,
be
what's
honest.
the difference between the golf clubs, Aillas?
All right.
One is
Drivers
light
are
and
for
one
the
is
really
heavy.
long shots. Drivers are for the really long shots. Irons tend to be angled somewhat, and theirs are for shorter shots, either for more arc or less arc. And then when you're really close, you use a putter. But and actually, this should be Evelyn's thing because she's from Scotland and they invented golf.
Is that? Did you just stereotype?
We also invented tires, did we not? Do you think
Did
I'm
you
the
just
first?
stereotype?
Oh no, we're going on a tangent again.
Wait.
You weren't supposed to? Okay.
Nada.
Alright. You hit him with the golf club.
So roll to directly engage.
Okay, so pick one. Let me see if I can bring up Sid list.
It's basic moves. It's right below characters. There you go.
Directly engage. I would like to resist or avoid their blows.
Probably a
Avoid
good call.
their steam
Okay,
blows.
so and you trigger condition hit on him, which means that he's going to do something.
Mm.
See that weird light looking thing that he has? Well, it opens up and a small nozzle comes out and he proceeds to shoot a flamethrower.
Oh,
Why don't you take a
Wait.
blow.
So she specifically took to resist or avoid a powerful blow, and now she has to take a blow?
Well, but doesn't once you mark a condition on a bad guy, doesn't that trigger
sure,
a bad
but
guy move?
she has already taken that option, so it can't hit her right at the chain. This, like, not this action. Like, maybe it's just preparing. Maybe it attacks someone else, but she's taken the option to resist or avoid.
Yeah, so she has immunity.
Yeah, like,
for
but
this turn.
she can, like, resist or avoid. Like, she
Okay.
can dodge out of the way, but she has to dodge out of the way because she must, because she's taken that option.
Okay, then actually steam starts to bellow out of the outfit and it completely envelopes the area, so you can't see anything.
That's worse. That's way
I
worse.
mean, it depends. It's not like even he can't see though. That's the thing.
Unless he has capabilities that you are unaware of. And that I am unaware of.
He totally can't.
well,
Alright, so
Alright.
I think Flux is the only one who hasn't gone. No, Flux went to defend.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
new top of the round.
Who chooses
to
you can
act?
actually, like, use the counter to actually use, like, the turn counter as a turn counter if you want to.
You know what?
Let's just ditch the counter and just like do narrative stuff.
It's
Keep track of
Okay, there
who
we go.
has what.
Bad Bill successfully gets a
Wait,
jail cell
I
open.
was there, like, next to him to stop him though. So he...
wasn't your action using Bonnies to bunny hop yourself over there?
Ah, that's true though. Yes.
So he gets the jail cell open. And that's where that stands. The jail cell opens and there's music plays in the background of suspenseful nature. And of course, outsteps. Get ready for it. Damn it, where is it? Aha.
I'm ready for it. Oh my gosh, it's him! It's the best person! Oh my gosh, I missed him! Oh, I missed him!
El Luchador.
Just to be clear, only one of us knows it's El Luchador. The rest of us only heard the jail cell opening.
Probably.
That's true. Well, I guess. Well, Nymph would have been the closest one. You guys see a metal door fly out that it grabbed. So you know.
Oh yeah, what happened
You know
to
he
that
got to
missile
someone.
anyway? What happened to that missile anyway?
It's soaring up past the skyscrapers right now.
Wait, what the fuck?
Oh
did I
dear.
miss?
Wait, what?
I'm
Who's
sorry,
soaring
what was
past the skyscraper?
The missile.
missile.
Wait, wait, didn't the missile crash? I thought it crashed.
No. She stepped on the back of it, so it sent its arc straight up.
Oh, the rocket to fly straight up. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Welcome back, Evie. Did you have a question?
What did I miss? Why?
Bad Bill got the jail cell open and outstepped Redeemer.
Oh, Christ and a cracker.
Hey, he's the nicest person ever. What are you talking about?
Ironic that he was released by Bad Bill. The mean one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the top of the order. Who would like to go?
Top of the morning to you. Okay, I'll stop.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
Okay, so
You never know.
I get up, pull. Was it the Amazon? Was it
What?
the outsider?
Lottie.
I pull the outsider up from the
Yeah.
ground. I pull Lottie up, and then I run blindly through the steam and see what
Wait, why was Lottie in the
get to
ground?
me first. I pulled her down to avoid the missile.
Oh, I thought you pulled the missile down.
No. Bunny pulled the missile down. He tried to pull her out of the way. He failed, but the assist was Bunny hopping onto the back of the missile, which sent the missile up.
Alright, so I run blindly towards the jury house, and I'll go on your discussion who I bump into first.
Oh, so you run into the jail?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, I bump into the building terror, and also it's El Luchador.
Yes. So you get to see El Luchador, the Redeemer.
And then I just say, "Oh no!"
He looks at you and says,
Are you like standing next to me or something?
Yes,
Are you
me.
like
Hello.
standing next to me?
Probably opposite
Wait,
you.
opposite
we're
me?
flanking
How
them.
is that possible? I'm standing. Oh,
I
so
know.
look,
Actually-
I'm standing in front of the hole in the wall where Bad Bill just opened the gel,
Okay, so then
and
maybe
Luchador
I'm
is
next
coming
to you
out of
then,
the hole.
somewhere.
How are you on the opposite side of the hole? Inside the building.
Actually, Annie is correct, and I'm sorry I don't have a battle map. You would have been further away because you had been busy pulling down Lottie. So, I mean, you can get there, but it will mean crossing some distance through
Yeah, that's fine.
some of the area where you can't see what's going on. What is your ultimate plan? We'll figure out whether or not this can actually work.
I'll probably my original plan was like I'll probably go to Uni because I know that the hole in the wall is like it's a static place. I run towards there.
You're running towards the static place.
Yeah.
Okay. And ultimately, are you planning on attacking someone or what?
I don't know. I'll react on who I bump
I
into.
guess he's like running through the steam, and what like if that requires a move, then he'll do the move.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you? Do you have anything that would help you run through Steam?
Nope.
Microwave would just make
Wait,
it hotter.
You don't have anything in your hammer space that would help you like dissipate the steam or like
What's
look
that?
through the steam? Like nothing in your hammer space that would help you?
No. Unless I have a fan, unless I want to pull out a fan, and that will help.
Well, let's
Do
hear.
you have
Let's
like a Japanese hand fan?
Now he knows
Yeah,
what to
Aslan.
add.
Japanese hand fan as opposed to a non-Japanese hand fan, which are objectively inferior.
So these are the things that you currently have listed in your hammer space. Now, over time, if you think of other things you want to add, by all means, let me know. If it's as long as it's reasonable, I'll allow it. But
Hey,
Yeah.
is the cricket bat pending? Because it says it's pending.
do you
because I
prefer
was
the
thinking of,
cricket
like,
bat, or do you want something
because
else?
I was thinking of getting a nightstick, but a cricket bat is like more reasonable for now.
Yeah, I mean, you can say you're on the cricket team at school and you're Australian, so you know Aussies like cricket.
I could probably just like steal from my family or something.
Yes, steal from your family.
Yeah, you could steal another golf
Hey,
club.
also, Flux, like, oh, you did write it down. Never mind. I was just gonna ask you, could you write it down? But no, you wrote it down. Your obligations.
Hold on, I'll do my turn first. Anyway, yeah. So what am I gonna do? What do I do? So I run into the steam.
I'm guess. Do we just want to say? I mean, Annie, do you think finding your way through the steam? You think that might be just an unleash, or can you think of something else that might be more appropriate for that?
Could be like
I
it
mean,
could
it's
also be
it's
like an
it's
assess, like superior if you're thinking your way through, like making sure not to hit anything, or like putting your hands in front. I guess. I mean, I don't know.
not.
Yeah.
It could be
It
both.
it could also just be a non-action.
Yeah,
Nothing happens. I mean, you
Okay.
realistically need to have an
it
encounter.
depends if the outcome is unknown. If the outcome is unknown and the GM decides to incorporate a element of chance, there should be some rules. But if the outcome isn't unknown, like if we know for a fact that
Well-
entropy can go from one way
It can
to the other.
it can be a non-action.
Okay, let's and that sounds fair. Let's say no problem getting through the steam. However, it does take your action to do that. Does that work? Because
It takes an
other
action.
people
Alright, that's fine.
were able to take advantage of the teleportation. So
Yeah, I
you
see.
were able to cross the distance and successfully navigate your way through the steam. Your clothing is now kind of wet and your hair's all floppy. But
Well,
Wearing a
she's
hoodie.
wearing a hoodie.
but her hair is all floppy.
Like fluff. So the hair is no longer fluffy. Got it.
Yes, it just completely took all the body out of her hair.
Yeah, it's sick. Just keeping down.
This might be important if she has to do something social right afterwards.
Yes.
Oh no.
So
Alright.
you probably appear next.
Is that my
Alright.
turn? That should be my
Yep.
turn.
That would be you.
Alright.
Who wants to go next?
Be right back for 2 minutes.
What's that?
Said
Oh,
be right back for either
Okay.
3 or 15 minutes. I'm not sure.
I think he said
Wow,
15.
I
Which
was
really
trying.
wouldn't be right back, but hey.
Evelyn, what?
Pardon?
Evelyn, do you have a genius plan?
Yes.
Not at the moment. Not at the moment.
You,
Do you have a foolhardy plan?
I am barely grazing the idea of
just
a
keep
plan.
in mind you can fly and you
Ah.
have like magic way to get super strength, flight, and plant control. So
Yeah. So you're
yeah,
You're
you
pretty
can do a
badass.
lot of things. You have like beyond Superman level powers. Okay, not in
no,
not in
she's more-
strength,
No.
but in variety.
Yeah, she's more versatile than Superman. But then again, Superman's so powerful he can get versatility out of pretty much anything. He can spin around the world so fast to make time go backwards.
Depending on the writer. Because
Yeah.
let's be fair, I disagree on that, and I only think the best Superman writer was the one who wrote the Superman the Animated Series, because that's awesome, freaking good. So good. Good stuff.
Actually, I'm going to agree with you. That writing was crap. So
God damn it.
okay, so Evelyn doesn't want to go yet because she's working
I
on
can go,
her
I guess.
brilliant plan.
Absolutely, I'm waiting to amaze you.
I can go, I guess.
You amaze us every day.
By running around the school,
Filter it, but
by running
continue.
around the school and not dropping dead. That's pretty amazing. Let's be fair.
I mean, I have passed out a few
God damn it,
times.
Vance! Just take the compliment. Dang it.
Gosh.
But I didn't die.
That's
I only passed out.
that's good enough. We'll call that a win.
Thank you.
Not dying is always a win.
I call it a big upset.
All
All right, so Annie or Janine, you guys want to go?
Before I go, what is Anna doing right now?
I'm
Nim-
sitting in the chair. Oh, Nymph. Okay. I guess we'll figure out what Nymph is doing.
Well, if that's the case, well, body will wait, I'm right in front of. Is
You're
it
in the Steam Cloud.
Bob,
Yeah,
right?
you're completely surrounded by steam. Your hand is still reverberating a little bit from whacking. I think it was Bob with the golf club.
Okay, so I have no line of sight of any.
Correct. You've got a general idea where Bob was, but things got spun around too as the steam, after you whacked
and
him.
you probably
So
don't even know that
Great, so
someone is.
I cannot teleport.
you're gonna
she can't.
teleport.
No, I cannot
She needs line
teleport
of sight. She needs
because
line of
I
sight.
need line of sight.
That's right. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
that's
horrible.
Yes. Yeah, I like giving my characters. Anyways, I would like to. Since he's still in front of me, I presume I will crouch down and just go for the knees.
All right. So
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I basically swung for his.
I'm guessing we're gonna call that a directly engage. We're gonna assume you can find him. If you fail, maybe you just breeze right past him or something.
Worse.
So,
Yeah.
or worse.
Oh.
All right.
Is that the exact same roll? No.
Nope.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a repeat.
No, the old one was 5 and 3. This one is 2 and 6.
Can I?
Take his balance. Take his balance. Put him on the ground.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, but I'm surrounded. Sure, let's gamble on it. I will take his balance since I swung for the back of his knee.
All right. Okay, at that point, he's gonna burst out the flamethrower. So why don't you take a powerful blow?
Hey, on the plus side, it's gonna clear the steam cloud.
Condition.
That's exactly what I was.
Oh my gosh! Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The best part is it wasn't Flux getting the points.
You dodged it. Oh god damn it! Because you were crouched down. Of
He's not
course
even
you
here to
dodged
see.
it. You crouched down.
So a giant gout of
yeah.
flame bursts out, but you manage to roll out of the way in time. It does help to clear the steam. Welcome back.
You missed a miss. How could you?
Yes,
All right, so
Bunny Hop had a general idea where Bob was. She charged at him. She grabbed at his feet
No,
and
she
knocked
used
him
the-
over.
I thought she used the golf club to knock him over.
Yeah, I swung.
Oh,
at
okay.
his-
All right. So she
yeah.
she whacked him in the foot. He tumbled forward, shot a flamethrower at her and missed. But you're not listening.
And
So
Okay.
Yeah, he's disconnected. And Bob does like fall. Like, does he fall or is he like teetering?
yeah, Bob fell.
No, Bob! How could you? We trusted you, Bob.
This is not fair. I saw the morning going. Hey, if you can't understand a German accent, I'm sorry.
My math teacher's German, so I
He saw the Monte Carlo. What?
He saw his morning going different.
Okay.
So all right. Now let's see that, and that brings up Annie, unless Evelyn's brilliant plan has come to fruition.
No, everyone's completely lost the plot.
Alrighty then.
You're more versatile than me. You can probably think of something.
Does the steam cloud clear thanks to like the flamethrower?
We're gonna say at least the area of Bonnie, around Bonnie. Where you are, you probably still have steam in the way. I'm gonna say that it's kind of facing the other way. It will clear soon, though. I take that back. Let's say it's completely clear.
There's like some mist going on, but you can
Yeah.
see
You've got enough
this
line
right
of
now.
sight.
So, what are you doing?
So, what are you doing, Annie? You're faced by the two most powerful members of the group.
Really?
Yep. So, Evelyn, you better come up with that plan in that 15 minutes.
I know,
I
I'm
mean,
trying.
if you
No
have
pressure.
like the afraid condition, you can just literally run away. I mean, you can run
No.
away regardless of having the condition.
Well,
All right.
Evelyn's power with plants is pretty cool. So she could try actually.
What?
Evelyn, do you want an idea?
Please. All
The
I'm
guy-
welcome.
The guy burst open into the prison. At the very least, you could maybe try to grow some plants up to block more prisoners from getting out.
Like a vine wall?
Yes.
So wonderful.
Which, if you try to do that,
that would probably be an unleash.
Well, it's also before my 14-minute mark is over, so.
Yay.
Okay, so if someone can think of a way to assist you, they can. I'm thinking the only person who might be able to pull that off would be Annie.
Like,
Hmm.
I don't know if Annie's
do
gloop
you
is
need that?
is
Do you
maybe,
need that XP, or are you okay with missing out on that XP to get a 7 on that freak?
I mean, I
am
could probably help.
alright with
I could
anything.
see like I could actually help. I'm close to the building, right? So I could like bring something out of my hamsters and just like throw it to the closest nerd
What?
face, and just like buy enough time.
Wait, what?
Like bring a random cup, a metal cup, and just throw it into the hole to buy Lottie some time to
How
block
would
the hole.
like throwing a metal cup buys what? I
Because
don't understand.
Because the first person to go there will be kind of like block the vines or like be able to traverse
You're saying
it.
a metal cup, like a small cup, right?
Anything in my hammer space. I'll let Aillas choose what comes out of the hammer space.
I don't.
there is not a current. This is more long-term goal. So there is not necessarily, other than the Redeemer, there's not necessarily someone right at the exit of the prison to get out. So let's put it on. Let's put it on Annie. I don't know whether or not Annie's slime is a useful fertilizer. Maybe.
I hope not, because then like that's another weakness I have.
Well, people would already say you're a plant of Aegis anyway. So
What?
Oh my god.
what? Never mind. Do you Lottie,
In that
do you
case,
just want to
nobody
fail?
can help.
Do you
In that
just want
case,
to fail?
nobody can help.
Sure.
It's fine. Okay, so first of all, take an experience point.
Woo.
I mean, I could
And
help
you
you, but
suc-
like if you want to fail, that's fine. But
I'm not as fussed about XP or potential
I
whatever.
mean, I don't know. It seems like Aillas doesn't want me
And
to help. So
and
it's
also
like,
there are
okay.
situations that you can't help.
Wait, why are you assuming I can't?
And there are
Like,
situations
why
where
are
you
you
can't help
assuming
it.
I can't help just because I'm not like I can't help grow plants?
Can you help?
Can you
Can
think
you
of a way to help?
Like I can
Yeah.
think of at least like 3 ways to help right now, but like you just assumed because I can't, my power can't help, then I can't help.
Then help.
No, I asked
I'm
her if she
just saying
preferred.
there are sometimes you just can't help. I'm just saying that I didn't know you can.
Sure, I can help.
Then go.
Right.
Why
Any-
We just need
doing?
to stop like someone else from coming through, so while the vine comes up, right?
Yeah. Oh no, you're helping Lottie just like try to block it up faster, I guess. I don't know.
I'm asking the GM, like, is that like how like what is happening?
Well, what I'm thinking is going is current. What I'm thinking is happening currently is that the vines aren't exactly going where she wants them to. I suppose you could be help. You're right there. You could try to assist by basically, working the vines so they go in the direction they want to.
Well, yeah.
In other words, just directing them. Do you want to assist and take away her experience point?
I asked Evelyn that.
And I think Evelyn has no strong preference.
I don't know. I mean, if does that like
Flip a coin. Flip a coin.
I don't have a coin. I'm too lazy.
I have a purse right now. I have a purse right next to me.
Do it. It's your XP. You get
Right.
to choose.
What are we
You
saying?
get to choose. It's your XP. Like we're gonna stop the session in like 8 minutes anyway. So whatever.
Well, we'll probably go through.
Well, we'll probably go through at least another action, and then we'll leave it at her. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, sure. So, tails.
I think we really need to change the timing. The timing is just not working out. I think maybe 1 hour earlier or something.
That's 7 p.m. Yeah, no can do.
Like I don't think this timing is really working out. Like it's repeatedly having the same problem.
I mean, this is.
Well, this is the time that.
This is the time that we've
I know,
always
but
had it.
somehow I don't know. It seems like now it's problem of stuff like schedules are changing or something. I don't know.
Let's
play it by ear with what we got for now. I think, if that's okay, and then we could put it back and forth over the. We can discuss it through the general text channel as the week goes on. Does that sound like a plan?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't you flip?
Okay, so why don't you flip your coin?
All right. So. Who wants to label the coin?
Labeled it. How about heads? Heads. He assists. She
Okay.
assists.
Tails.
Tails. Sorry, you don't assist.
Okay, so take your experience
point.
Woo.
I like how Flux just said any time is good for him, but he doesn't want to start an hour earlier.
Oh yeah, right.
Time
Sorry.
is good for it.
Just not on dinner time. Yeah, not on
any time is
dinner
good for Flux, except the times that are not good for him.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, that's one. That's a good thing, right? Anytime, but.
Annie, you're up to bat, but the way these vines are growing, they're actually blocking you from Bad Bill. Now, if you wanted to, you could still get at the Redeemer, but Bad Bill is going to be off limits
so,
to you.
What is like is Bad Bill getting stuck inside the building or like?
No, it's basically just some of the vines have kind of formed up a wall between you and Bad Bill. Everyone's still outside. Everyone can still get away or
all around.
You can go around, but it'll be your action. This is the drawback to her failure. I don't know that you wanted to attack Bad Bill anyway, but I'm taking him off the table for you.
Is the hole in the wall blocked or is that still open?
It'll be blocked.
It'll be blocked next turn.
Like, is someone growing that way?
It's growing that way, but it's taking longer. Good question. Let's do another random thingy. How about even? It'll come through.
It's an even.
Okay. So it looks like someone might get through next turn.
Oh.
Who knows what sort of evil villain I could make up to come out of that?
Will they rhyme again?
Well, you literally have a week to come up with it, so you know.
True.
Yeah, a week.
True.
Yeah, a week and
All right.
5 minutes.
Unless you can successfully
block it for this turn. Or do you want to go after Redeemer? Senor, you have tried my patience for the last time.
Your silly little kids keep getting in the way.
Who says this?
That's Redeemer.
I'm gonna have to grow.
I'm gonna have to grow into a bad Mexican accent, but
You sound like that, Speedy Gonzalez, that mouse from Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
that's perfect. Then I'm succeeding.
You have a very loud keyboard.
You have a very loud
Right,
keyboard.
No, I'm just typing really fast because, like, I'm. Oh, okay. I want to is there like stuff on the ground, like maybe like chunks of the wall, or like?
There's rubble.
Yeah, there's rubble.
Bricks.
There's bricks
Oh,
and
okay.
Bricks and mortar.
mortar
I'm
and
gonna
etc.
grab a few of the. I'm gonna grow like a bunch of like slimy tentacles. Grab a bunch of the things. Grab a bunch of the chunks of the wall, and try to plug up the remaining hole to stop like anyone else from coming through.
Okay.
I think it sounds like Unleashed.
I think it sounds like Unleash. What do you
I
think?
don't know. It seems like Unleashed. I'm like ignoring.
Unless you can you think of one of your holds that would apply to?
No. I mean, none of my options give me that.
Okay.
Sadness.
See.
Yeah, it seems.
I agree with you. So
you're
so you're plugging a hole. Why don't you try and Unleash?
Do the thing. Gosh dang it! So close. So close. Actually, I'm too
All
away.
right.
I needed to fail. Like I needed to get 3 less to fail, but never mind. It wasn't that close, but it was close enough.
Well, but here's a question.
Does anyone want to assist you, or are you gonna make it temporary unstable, or what?
Like even if I make it temporary, the vines will grow because I stop it for like a while, right?
Probably, yeah.
So I think I'll just take the temporary. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
say it's enough.
Yeah, we'll say it's enough to delay the immediate departure of any of the bad guys.
All right.
And has pretty much everyone gone?
What?
Has everyone gone?
Don't go!
I'm still here.
Actually, funny you say that because Bad Bill is making a beeline for Bob.
Bob looks pretty shaken up.
The Redeemer
starts to charge for.
you're closest.
Well,
Wouldn't
you're
you
closest,
say Bob looks very
Annie.
beaten up? Because I thought you were going for the alliteration of B.
True.
Good call.
Bob.
Yeah, it
Bob.
wasn't that good.
Bob's badly
Bob's badly beaten up.
beaten. I don't know.
Bob,
Yeah.
it's badly.
Basically,
Bobby.
Bob is badly beaten.
Yes.
Oh, nobody noticed. Bob is slightly discombobulated.
Billions.
Bob
Bilious blue blistering barnacles.
Meanwhile, the boisterous
Bad Bill
is
Bill
Bill is heading for Bob.
Bill, as you remember, is Iron
You
Man-esque.
know, their team's
So-
names should really be the B team.
And
where would Richard fall in that?
He clearly needs to change his
Oh.
name. Clearly. I mean, it's just so obvious.
Yes, change your identity on the whims of the
I
team
mean,
name.
that's,
Well,
it's
I
like,
could, call him Richard.
just call him Bitchard.
I mean,
Or Richard? Or I literally couldn't come up with one.
I think that's my favorite one.
Annie is being as cogent as usual.
You know, yes, that is my response. Like, the gift is my response.
Okay.
Do you want me to
Do you want me to cliffhanger it there, or should we start the next turn?
Do we still have time? I'm pretty sure we're past that mark.
Well, I mean, we could always.
we could always start the turn and then leave it at Evelyn's action. At, towards the end of that.
Do you want to do that?
Do you want to do that?
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go?
Who wants to go?
I'm depressed.
I haven't really given you guys any conditions yet.
You know,
Yeah, because we're all
Oh no.
yeah, because we're all good. We're all
yeah,
real
we
good.
haven't gotten hit yet or anything.
I guess I will say the.
I guess I will say the bad guys
Bill's
though.
heading towards Bob.
Bad Bill's heading towards Bob.
Bob
Bob is getting up.
So he doesn't seem to.
Though he doesn't seem to be looking at any of the heroes. He seems to be looking more towards an opening.
The Redeemer is heading.
Towards Nymph.
And
Richard is he's just finally freeing himself from the vines previously.
So that's
Alright.
So that's where things
Can I
stand.
take?
Sure.
Can I take?
Sure.
Alright.
Go for it.
Alright. Grabbing my hockey stick, I will go and
Oh, you
try
have
and
a
trip
hockey stick?
the
No,
demon.
you don't have a hockey.
No, you don't have a hockey stick. You have a cricket bat.
Oh yeah,
Cricket,
right.
cricket.
Oh yeah, right. Sorry. Take it back.
Different
Yeah.
sport, okay? It's a different.
Huge deal.
Huge deal. I mean, it would completely affect the dice roll in
It's
every
a
way.
huge deal. Like,
So you-
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, it's no longer a 1d12, it's a 1d10.
Yeah, there we go. It's like, yeah.
Anyway, so I go and trip up Redeemer.
Okay, so you're gonna try to.
Okay, so you're gonna try to trip him, or you're just gonna attack him?
It's like bonk him in the head and try to trip him.
Well,
Well,
okay.
one
So in other words, you would be trying to take away. Your hope is your directly engaged hits, in which case you would try to take his balance. Okay, why don't you roll the directly engaged? We'll see whether or not that happens.
Ooh, okay. Directly engage is danger, right?
Yes, it is danger.
Yes, it is danger.
Right, 0 danger, go. Okay. Submit.
Oh my god.
There you go.
All right. So you get to pick one off.
So you get to pick one off the list.
What are my options?
Alrighty.
It's all
Alrighty.
the basic moves for like right under your character's list in the handout.
So your options are gonna be.
So your options are going to be resist or avoid,
Take something for them, or
create an
Alright,
opportunity,
so-
or impress, surprise,
Honestly,
frighten.
you could
Honestly, you could
lobby to take
lobby
you
to
might-
take
uh,
something from them, or create an opportunity might also apply.
because I don't have any conditions on me right now, I'll just take a hit for now. I'll take create an opportunity for my allies.
Okay. And
Okay, and
why don't you take a powerful blow?
why don't you take a powerful blow?
Because
Because he swings at you
because he doesn't
Oh
like
dear.
it.
because he doesn't like that.
So you
Hold on, let me
you're
just-
creating an opportunity. Nice.
So the Redeemer
So
stumbles.
the Redeemer stumbles
this.
a little bit.
Take my opportunity, Annie.
Ah,
And you successfully dodge.
You
the blow.
successfly
oh
dodge
my
the blow,
gosh, you
And
abs-
you get an
and
experience.
you get an experience point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
Nice.
just so you know, it is technically a miss, and any miss lets you do GM moves. Any miss.
Ooh, interesting.
So I could do something.
Oh, so I
Yeah,
could
if
do
you want
something.
to, yeah.
Alright, hit me with interactions. Let this game be
Yeah,
interactive,
All right.
Yeah.
not boring.
So
Okay, so at the very
swings
least,
at you,
he swings at you. He misses. He connects with the asphalt on the ground and starts to buckle the concrete.
That buckling the concrete
That buckling the concrete
does cause you to
take a condition because
you're a little scared that you might be in over your head,
and also this is more damage to the area that you really didn't want to see happen. So why don't you take one condition?
How do I don't care about damage? Oh well.
I'm the one who cares.
What do you take? What are you make me take?
Maybe guilty.
Eh,
Oh, I
maybe
thought
guilty.
you-
Oh, yeah, afraid would
Oh,
work.
yeah, afraid
I
would
thought
work
you
too.
said, like,
I
she
mean-
was afraid. Didn't you say that?
No, don't take my danger
Shush.
points away.
But remember, if you take the danger points away, you'll fail better.
Fail better. I like that term.
You know, like fail better games. You know, the creators
Alright.
of Sunless Seas
Next
and
turn.
Sunless Skies and Fallen London.
If that had connected with
If that had connected with you, that could have caused some really serious damage.
Yikes.
You are afraid.
Next turn.
All right.
Who else wants to go?
I believe my alarm does.
So you need to go.
So you need to go.
Aw.
Oh no, it's just my second reminder.
Second
You're good till
reminder.
third reminder.
You're good
right?
till third reminder, right?
I've got 8.
Did you say 8?
You've got 8?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very bad at timekeeping.
You know, if you have 8 reminders, I
Oh.
don't think you're very bad at timekeeping. I think you're very good at timekeeping.
Well, no, because I ignored them
Well,
all.
yeah, I mean that's a different
Oh,
thing.
gosh.
All right.
So,
I mean, if you want to try something really quick,
I think-
or
Evelyn,
Yeah,
if
I
not,
think
you can.
like
I'm sorry.
Evelyn, if she has some plans, like we should do that first before any other character because she has to go.
Christ. Whoa, Nelly, right, okay.
you're pretty universal. So I mean, you can.
You could try to wrap up someone else in vines, or you could try to attack someone.
Bulbasaur,
think
you sleep.
vines are kinda the way to
Bulbasaur,
go
you
right
stun
now.
spore.
Annie, I couldn't hear what she
I
said.
said Bulbasaur, you stun spore, but
No, Annie, I couldn't.
No, Annie, I couldn't hear what Evelyn said.
I said I think vines are the way to go for now.
So do you want to?
Okay, so do you want to try to? It looks like Bob's trying to get away.
Okay, well, let's try and lasso Bob with some poison ivy.
Okay, now for what it's worth, he's probably not going to get real itchy, at least until he goes to clean his costume, because he is in powered armor. But if you want to try and unleash on Bob and put him in poison ivy, by all means.
It will still have an effect sooner or later.
Especially if one of your teammates goes to fisticuffs with him.
Oh.
All right.
I'm a walking hazard.
All right, you successfully
wrap him up
Get him.
in poison ivy.
Wahoo.
All right, good job. All right, and so I guess that leaves us with Bunny Hop and Nymph left to go, correct?
Yes.
I was gonna say Nigella would be proud.
I would like to. Who's the last one standing? Redeemer is right next to him, so I will actually.
You are actually, I think you're actually closer to Richard, who is who's completely gotten out of his stuff that was tying him up.
If that's the case, I will drop kick him in the face and teleport horizontally, so he would be horizontally for him to drop on the ground.
Let's see.
wait,
That
what?
would be
Wait,
an
how did you
unleash.
drop him underground?
No,
She teleported him
drop
upwards.
kick him in the face, so when I teleport, I will be upwards and he's horizontal.
In other words, you're trying to
I would say
teleport
that's an
with
unleash.
him.
You're
You're trying to
Yeah.
teleport with him.
Yeah, with me. I would like
Yeah,
to try to teleport him with me.
You're focusing on teleporting rather than the drop kick, so I would say that's an unleash.
Well, we're basically dropping a couple of feet, so that would hurt him more. Me dropping a kick on his face.
So you drop kick his face, you make it horizontal, so you're standing on top of his face while you're falling.
Yes,
Alright.
that's
All
right.
right. If you want to try and unleash, in basic, the main thing you're going to be doing, he's wearing pretty heavy samurai mask. Honestly, your kick probably isn't going to do much. You're more just trying to knock them over with your teleport. So why don't you try an unleash on that?
Just to add insult to guy.
All right.
Insult to I guess.
So temporary unstable, or are you going to get an assist from someone, or assist yourself and piss off someone?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Do you have a preference?
Do you have a preference?
No, I will just, it will be temporary. And how the hell will that be temporary?
Probably you drop him down.
Probably you drop him down onto a knee instead of fully knocking him over.
Oh yeah, that works.
Okay. All right.
Let's say you
a wrong angle.
you slow him down.
You slow him down. You weren't able to completely teleport himself. Teleport him.
All right.
And I think
Nymph is up, correct?
Yes. So Lottie spored Bob, right? Who's getting back up?
She wrapped him
Yeah,
up.
she wrapped him up in poison ivy.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how
poison ivy responds to your metabolism.
I can probably eat it.
Well, I mean, anyone can
eat it. Now, whether or not it has an effect
I don't
thereafter.
Think, like I think like I am technically like made of slime and sludge and stuff, so I think I can handle most like biological agent. Maybe like unless it's specifically designed to attack me or some way. I don't know.
I don't know. But so, what is your plan? Are you planning on dealing with poison ivy, man?
What does Bonnie do again? Uppercuts.
Bunny
tried to teleport.
I wanted to basically teleport him horizontally so he would be prone again.
Bad Bill, right? Or was it Richard?
It was Richard.
Did you succeed?
She did, but it was temporary or unstable.
Yeah, I got the angle off. I did 45 degrees. Not the full 180.
Alright, so Redeemer is next to me and attacking the thingy. The thingy.
Redeemer just took a hit from entropy. So that's entropy's kind of got his attention, and also he buckled the concrete.
But Redeemer is like temporarily like there was some sort of like opportunity, right?
Let's see. Yes, he did create an opportunity. So Redeemer is facing away from you and unaware of your sloppy existence.
Excuse me, that's my default existence.
Hey. Yes, it is.
In that case, he's insulting your play character, who is a fine lady.
I want to use up my. Oh no, I can't use the hold. Okay, never mind. All right, cool. I can't use the hold. Okay. All right. So I want to take this opportunity to what is the best way to handle a super strong person into like submission?
Appeal to their humanity.
That's probably it. I'm going to create vocal cords, and I'm going to tell Redeemer. I'm going to tell Redeemer in very like gloopy noises. It's like, What are you doing attacking? You were supposed to go in front of the grand jury. Why are you doing this? You're only making things worse for yourself. Just turn yourself in.
Okay, he was in jail. He doesn't want to be in jail. I don't know that a provoke is going to necessarily really convince him to leave jail. But why don't you try a
and
provoke?
he knows that, and he knows he's gonna lose the case, so that's the reason why he's escaping.
Yeah, why don't you try a provoke though, and at the very least you might end up ticking off a condition or something by shaking him up. Does that sound fair?
Sure, why not? Yay, provoke. Yay. I am completely. That is a crit.
Or not.
Brilliant. Nobody can deny me this XP. Give me that my second XP in the entire campaign. Give me my second XP in the entire campaign. Second XP. I am doing it, guys. I'm doing it.
I think I get to do a hard move back for that, don't I?
You really should.
How
I should
about-
be embarrassed if you don't do it.
He says, "How
Yeah,
about
just
no?" And you know what actually would be fun is if he picked up entropy and threw
Yes.
entropy at you.
Yes.
I think that would be
he's
fun.
on the floor.
Second, yes.
All right. So he's going to throw entropy at you. Does that mean you both take a powerful blow?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
All right.
So as he brings me up, I'm gonna say, "Let me go, you bitch."
Oh yeah, that'll teach him.
Well, on that diminuendo,
Just
I'm
like,
gonna
just
go.
slapping it, just like hitting his face
Bye,
to no avail.
Bye, Evelyn. Thank you.
Of course. Goodbye.
Alright, so take a powerful blow.
Yep.
One condition, go. Submit.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god.
No experience for
Oh
that.
my god.
You've got a new high score.
Oosh. Oh man, I'm so sad I can't really use before we get started hold here.
Okay, any. I took a full hit so that you have a chance of getting a double one. So roll for me.
I dodged.
Fucking roll for me. Yes, thank you. Take your experience, Andy. I gave it to you.
You did give me experience. Thank you.
Nimbly evades out of the way of the flying entropy, and entropy flies into a wall.
Ow. Okay, no. That may be a few broken ribs.
Hey, a question. See, I dodged. I probably should have tried to catch him defend wise, but
But that's okay. He'll be fine.
hey, what if it's really funny that I do try to catch him?
I'm sorry, she'll be
I do try
fine.
to catch him, but he just goes through me into the wall.
She.
Okay.
It's a she.
Sorry, you're in a costume, okay?
All right.
We don't know whether you're not a completely a very female voiced boy.
Then use they then. Then use they.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, they just go
So-
through me into the wall, and I'm like, oh, I needed to become solid to stop him. Whoops.
What do you choose? Flux, what do you choose for your take a powerful blow?
You know what? Because of the fact that I went through and hit the wall really fast, I'm gonna take 2 conditions.
No, yeah,
Well,
and
yeah,
and
if you
another
take
thing.
2 conditions,
Yeah,
you have to take another.
from the 75
Yeah.
list.
Either take one from the top list or 2 from the bottom list.
The other way. The other way is 1 from the bottom or 2 from the top. Or is that the other way around?
You're wrong.
Oh,
No, you're wrong.
10 is the first
You're wrong.
list. I thought the first list was 79. Okay, yeah. Either one from the top or two from the bottom.
Let me bring up the thing.
I mean, one from the top's option is two from the bottom, so.
Yeah. You know what I mean. So
The rules aren't loading for me. Oh no.
Remember, you went.
I thought I
through
had
me.
it. Can you see the screen? Can you see
Yeah,
the screen?
the basic moves aren't loading for me right now.
Okay, hold on. I'll zoom it. I will.
Now is it? Now it's loading. Okay, so take a powerful blow on 10 plus. Remove myself, no. Lose control, no. Two options. Give ground and stroke a pass of pain.
Okay, so you're taking two conditions and you're giving ground.
Yep.
Does she go through me? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, that
Nice.
sounds fun.
And I'm definitely going to like
Now,
I'm
I'm
definitely
also-
going to internally say, "Oops, I needed to viscous up." I was soft, and she just went through me. I needed to be viscous.
And entropy, for what it's worth, you're also covered in
Yeah.
slime.
Yep.
Right. Janine, did you go this turn, or
No.
I think you're last, right? Aren't you?
Yeah.
So what conditions do I get?
Pick two. What do you
Oh,
think?
I have to pick.
Yeah, I'll let you pick.
Angry, because who won't be angry after getting hit through a wall, and also hopeless at the same time.
Did you give ground or lash out verbally?
He gave ground.
It was such a great lash out verbally moment.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. You could have lashed out verbally.
Actually, you know what? I actually
Okay.
wouldn't lash out because that's so in character of me
because
just being
I did fail
being a
to
rude ass
catch you.
bitch.
Thank God, Nymph's there to catch me. Ah!
Alright,
Yes.
so think of a continuous expletive bleep aimed towards a nymph.
So what
All right,
do you
now,
want me to do?
when you lash out verbally, yeah.
Like, do you want to provoke or
When you lash out, you're either going to provoke or you're going to try to make her feel bad.
Provoke.
Okay, what's the foolhardy action
Okay.
you want me to do?
Sec, hold on, just sec. Attack them. Just any, and avenge me and such. So that's a superior, right?
Yes. Now, do you have influence over her?
Do I have influence? I do.
Yeah.
You have influence.
Wait, no, I don't.
You
Sorry, I don't.
Are you
I
sure?
don't.
Hold on a second.
I have influence over Lottie and Bonnie, but I don't have influence over.
Okay.
No,
over,
no, you
Nymph.
should have influence over me unless you missed it last time.
Was it exposure background?
Okay, so Entropy and Lottie both earned Daphne's respect and they both have influence over me at the start. Now, if you lost influence somehow last session, that would be lost. I don't
Then
remember.
I must have missed putting it in there.
That's okay. We'll
In
throw
that
it in.
case, that's a plus two, a plus one.
Well, wait,
Plus two, you have a superior of 1.
yeah, it's a provoke.
So roll the
No,
dice
no,
plus
that-
2.
The superior is already added, so it's just a plus one.
Yes.
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
use the
you're
plus
right.
symbol. Just write 1.
Yeah, just 1.
Submit.
Hey.
Whatever. Oh no.
What do you mean?
All right. So that at that point, then it's carrot or stick, I believe.
Yes, carrot or stick. So if I do it, will I add a
So-
team to the pool? Like showing teamwork, or if I don't do it, I mark a condition.
Do you have a preference? Flux.
I won't put a condition on her. So do it.
All right. So Annie, do it
Wrap.
or feel bad.
Don't do it. Feel bad.
Yeah, gotcha. Well, I thought I said do it or feel bad, but either way,
no,
we know what
I
we're
didn't
talking
hear
about.
you said or. I just heard do it. Feel bad.
No worries.
So yeah, you know what? Like he's not listening to reason. I tried to be nice. I tried to do things the right way, but he's not listening to reason, so it's time to do what Dynamite does.
And stomp.
No, something, terrible. Okay.
Vor.
Okay.
He's gonna vor.
What the fuck, man?
Oh God.
You.
What the hell's wrong with you?
He's a teenager. You really don't want that question to be answered.
All right. So you already acted this turn. I'm just gonna add a little note next to you saying that let's see.
Hey,
Provoke to foolhardy attack on Redeemer.
Technically, Lottie has acted this turn, right?
Yeah, everyone's active except for
so why don't we begin next turn, and the three of us can do our stuff, and then Lottie will be at the last, and we'll pause at there, so that way we start with that. So that way you don't have to write down this thing. Does that work?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Let's get Janine up the bat, and then we'll bust out three more actions. Sound like a plan?
Sure.
All right.
Look at Randy on the slip.
You just saw your friend fly. Well, okay, you just saw one of your coworkers fly into a building.
I internally sneak
Well, she
and then
actually
remember
knows
something.
it's Erin. I think she's the only one that knows, right?
Yeah, you're right. So depending on how much you like Aaron, this might be hilarious.
Or terrible.
Yeah.
No, the fact that you can hear you can actually hear a crunch, so it'd probably be terrifying.
I sneaker because you went through nymph, and then I heard a smack on the wall, and then just dumbfounded. And
Yeah,
then
you wince. You just wince.
yeah, I winced, and then I remembered something, and I face palm, and I ran to the nearest villain, and that would be who would that?
That's Richard. You're right next to him from when you teleported him onto his knee.
I will put my hands on his armor and try to teleport just the arm of him.
Wow!
No!
No! Wow! Oh my God! You could have done that
Why don't you
earlier.
try to just teleport the armor off him? Just make him naked. I mean, we.
I think that's what you said. I think that's what
you
you said.
said take your
That's
arm,
right.
take his arm off.
No.
No,
She's
I
not.
said the
I'm not going to
armor.
let him. I'm not going to let her disassemble a villain.
Sorry,
Yeah.
dismember.
Yeah, what's the who's the superhero that could teleport people in the DC comics, or was it Marvel? She could go super fast.
Forgot.
Yeah, Nightcrawler. She actually has the ability. If she learned how to, she could actually take out organs from people.
No.
Yeah, I wouldn't be allowing that.
Wait, what did you say? I just left the room for a while and I missed.
Nightcrawler. If she knew how to control her abilities better, she could actually harvest organs from people.
Yes. I mean, to be fair, the organs would be dying instantly, but yes.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly. So
just to give you a heads up, I don't want this to completely OP the situation. So if you teleport with him, you'll probably take some of his armor, not all of it.
I'm fine with that. I just need an open area so I could actively hurt him.
Okay.
All right, so you are
gonna try to teleport with. Tell you what, pick a body part.
The helmet, because my mom always go for the head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which mom?
Are you actually gonna dismember? Are you gonna actually decapitate him?
No,
No,
she's
The-
not going to
She's gonna
decapitate.
literally
Okay,
punch him in the
the
face.
teacher,
Okay, okay.
She's literally gonna
obviously.
punch him in the face.
Okay.
The Street Fighter punk woman before
So your
she
teacher
became a
mom,
teacher.
good. Teacher mom says, go
Yeah.
for the head.
All right. So
All
why
right.
don't you try?
So why don't you try an unleash,
Freak roll.
which will be a freak roll.
Another
All
8.
right. Temporary.
All right,
or
temporary or unstable,
I
or
will
unless you
make
can
it.
get 2 people to assist you.
Or you could just mark a condition
I
and
would like
automatically
it.
get a success.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you can eat a
You can,
condition.
or you can eat a condition.
I would just eat a condition, I guess.
Okay.
What condition are you taking?
What condition are you taking?
Maybe.
You did hear your friend crash into a wall with the sickening crunch.
I guess I would be guilty because I didn't.
You
didn't
didn't think of
it.
this earlier.
Yes.
You didn't think of this earlier.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot about it.
All right. So
All right.
You teleport.
So
where do
you teleport. Where do you want to teleport to?
Maybe I'm a couple of feet away from the dude.
Okay.
Maybe on the right.
Fine.
Yeah, that was fine.
Okay. So you teleport
Okay.
there.
So you
and
teleport
his
there,
helmet is in
and
your hand.
his helmet is in your hands,
But his head remains on his
but his
body.
head remains on his body,
Yeah.
which is
Yes,
helmet.
of course.
Is what she was hoping for.
Hmm.
I think you should probably take.
I think you should probably take a swing at her. What do you think?
Who are you talking to?
Well, and then.
Well, and then
don't you think he?
Annie, don't you think he'd take a swing at her or no?
She did.
I mean, what will he do?
Succeed
I'm
in
asking you.
taking the helmet off and teleporting away. And like
I mean, is it a villainous
she
action?
still like within arm's reach?
Well, she's at a couple feet.
Well, she's at a couple feet away.
Is that arm's reach? Like it depends on the how much is exactly a couple.
All right, we're gonna say he.
All right, we're gonna say he doesn't take a swing, but he's closing the distance towards you.
Yeah.
Because obviously, and
I
he
want
looks
to know what
unhappy.
he says in his really terrible German accent. Yes.
That is my helmet.
That is my helmet, you evil
Wait, no,
bitch!
what?
And he meant to say
What's
witch.
What's a
Nicer.
nice curse word in German for two women?
Scheißkopf.
Shush.
It's not necessarily.
It's not
I
necessarily
was gonna
for
think
women.
of like I was thinking of like some insults, but that's Russian. Sukabliat.
Don't be a scheißkopf.
Don't be a Scheißkopf. Give me back my
What's
helmet.
the pronunciation of
Dumkopf.
Scheißkopf? I'm searching, but I'm not finding it. God damn it.
Scheisse.
In other words, the spelling.
In other
I
words,
don't
the
know which
spelling.
is
It's Ernie. It's a bit weird.
Can't believe I'm Googling.
You can ask Hint if he's in any server you're in.
I have actually no idea what
Oh,
Fluff is saying.
it's
Like
just-
it's just all Greek to me.
Shint, you know Shint, right? In Bio server.
Oh, shaish. Okay.
She is saying shush.
All right.
All right.
So
So
helmetless.
he is helmetless,
Why don't we
and then why don't we
start the next turn?
start the next turn, and then we'll
stop it
stop it when you
Sound
three
fair?
have gone. Sound fair?
Yes.
Alright, so pick myself back up using like the cricket bat, just like prop myself up, badass in a badass way.
Yeah, you're not badass.
Yeah, you're not badass. You just got thrown into a wall.
Yeah. I'm like using the cricket bat to just prop myself up in a badass way. Just
You
like
I don't think
You
I
look
don't
like
think you can like use a cricket bat as a crutch ever in a badass way. I just don't think it's possible.
I'm like pushing myself up using the cricket bat.
You-
Yeah, like anime style. So and looking at how Bonnie has opened up an opportunity for a good strike, I rush at him.
Okay, so you're heading after Richard.
Yep.
All right.
You look like Woody.
Yeah, you look like Woody in Toy Story when you flew into that wall. But
And somehow that is an even more gruesome image to me. If you perceive a human body.
yeah.
All right. So
What
what
do you want to do to Richard?
Bonk.
All right. So you're gonna try to.
All right, so you're gonna try to cricket bat to the head.
Yep.
Well, that sounds like a direct.
Well, that sounds like a directly engage.
Yeah, so like downward swing.
Bonk.
No holds
He's
barred.
kind of tall. He's kind of tall. It's gonna be an upward swing.
Yeah, like a jump and a swing. A jump and a downward swing.
Now remember,
All right.
Downward
Now remember,
smash.
you got a -2 because
you've got a condition.
you've got a condition.
Wait, I need to show this. This is I need to this. I just found this.
That or I could actually just like use my powers for once.
Oh no!
Because I've been more or less
Just
just
heat up the
Actually,
heat up the
Yeah,
armor.
I mean, these guys are in armor. These guys are in armor. Should you maybe be using microwaves on them?
Like
yeah,
why
but
not? Like
it's a peaceful process.
Wait, does he use microwave or does he? Does she use like actual microwave or just heating up a region?
Yeah, it's an actual. I guess it's
I think it's pretty much a microwave.
Okay, here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Superpowers don't follow science, so you can literally heat a place up without using microwave. You don't have to say no. Microwave is the only way to heat a place up. That is not true when superpowers are in the play.
Yeah, I was just saying.
I mean,
My powers
unless
are
I
too
mean,
slow
well,
to heat up him up.
Aillas can say that, no, microwave is literally the only way to heat up a place. Not even magic can heat up a place. And like, okay, that's
I'm
weird.
not gonna say that.
I'm not going to say that, but I thought we kind of established
Wait,
microwave.
did we?
But,
I thought.
hey, do-
In that case,
just
I'll
wrote
just
down,
like
heat. I think. I don't think did I that that's what I'm asking. Like, if it's microwave, I need to that's important to know.
he can change it if he wants to. At the time we discussed microwave because it made sense
Yeah,
because it wasn't an instantaneous flame
no,
on.
Like
It
Yeah,
was-
it was
flame
interesting.
on. I just wrote down thermal powers. Yeah, that's all I have. Thermal powers.
it's thermal powers. So yeah, in that case, I'll just use my thermal powers and not be an idiot with broken bones and charge a person.
Oh no! But why?
All right.
Being an idiot is so fun.
Anyway, so
So
who
you're
has
going to try and
skincare is like
unleash?
the and just like stay in place of where I am. I can't even be bothered to go
Wait,
to
don't
get
you
up.
have like a limit of size? Like, you have to get close to someone to use your powers?
If I can imagine it and clearly imagine it, I can do it. So I can't really heat up the inside of the armor, but I can heat up the area around him. So I don't know if he has heat insulation, but it's worth a try. So that's an unleash.
Actually, you
You picked a better choice. I will say that.
throw an unleash.
Throw an unleash.
No bonuses or penalty, right? Submit. Out here.
Wait, are you hopeless?
Yep.
Okay, the good news.
Okay, the good news, you get experience.
The bad news is
The bad
Like
news
experience.
is
you just ignited
one of his
Oh
rockets
my
to shoot
your friends.
at one of your friends.
Actually,
Actually,
or
he's got rockets or explosives. No, you just ignited one of his explosives.
Bunny
Alright, so
Bunny
I
hop!
heat up.
Bunny hop, take a powerful
blow as the explosive goes off. The bad guy's in armor. You're not.
Oh gosh, take a powerful blow it. Oh, that's a full hit. Scheisse. Scream back at him.
You
just exploded my big bunch of firecrackers.
kidding me?
I like when you said Big Bertha, I'm reminded of that Big Bertha bomb in Pocket Tanks, that old video game, which just cleared like half the screen. God damn it.
Do they at least get? Do I get some consolidation and they have they get some condition outfit?
Oh, I think.
No, but you get the consolation that you get an experience point.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. So,
Yay.
Bunny hop.
Bunny
happens
hop.
to you?
What happens to you?
You took a powerful blow.
You took a powerful blow.
Yeah, I'm looking at options. Which one is it again? The second basic moves, right?
Yeah, second is always combat. First one is just
First
general
one is
moves.
the basic moves, and second one is the things. That makes sense. Yes.
What?
The
Just
basic moves 2 is combat. Basic moves 1 is
basic
general
moves 1
stuff.
is first page, basic moves 2 is second page of the PDF. That's it. That's literally it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. The second page has combat on it. The
No,
first
it
one has
doesn't.
has
Where
general stuff.
is
Bottom
the
right of the first page.
Bottom right of the
part
first
when-
page. Bottom right of
Okay,
basic moves.
thank you. Take a purple blow. Choose one. Right?
Choose one if it's the top
Choose
list.
one if it's the top list.
Or the final option of
Or the final option of the top list is choose 2 of the bottom list.
I have
So-
plus. No, I have a 10, so I choose one on the top or 2 on the bottom.
Correct.
Mm. I will, of course, lash out verbally to the idiot who made the commotion,
Yes.
and I will give ground to your position because I'm basically the thing that blasted right in my face, so I'm probably blind for a few.
Okay, I'm gonna say you drop.
Okay, I'm going to say you drop the helmet.
Yeah, I
Drop the helmet. You
yes.
fly
You drop
back
the helmet, you
several
fly back several feet.
You got
You got
stars
stars spinning around your head.
What are you gonna
And
say?
what are you going to say to that idiot who set off the bomb next to you?
Yeah, probably. Shish. Who the idiot would do idiotic? What the fuck just happened? What the fuck did you do? Basically.
Are you inflicting?
Are you inflicting a condition, or are you trying to provoke him to additional foolhardy actions?
I'm basically provoking him to do something about it because
Her.
I probably would
Do
do
it.
Sir.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Okay.
Do
So
it.
that's
Okay,
going to be
so
a
that's
superior
going to be a superior roll.
And
And
it's a superior roll. Do you
it's a
have
superior roll. Do you have
over
influence
entropy?
over entropy?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're best buds, right? We have influence.
All right.
Okay.
So a superior
All right.
roll.
So a superior roll,
And I think Bunny Hop.
and
has
I
pretty
think
awesome
Bunny Hop
rolls.
has pretty awesome
Yeah.
superior.
She is a
She
two.
does.
So this is gonna
She
be
is a
plus
2. So this is
three
going to be
overall.
plus 3 overall.
But hit the superior button.
But
and
hit the
one.
superior button, add 1.
Which one?
You.
Me or
You.
okay, superior plus 1.
Take my lot.
So superior. And
So superior and hit.
Hey, Mark,
Um,
still for
Oh,
you.
you have a condition. Don't you?
Oh, you have a condition, don't you?
Yeah, I do have.
Okay.
All right. So
All right.
You
So
fail, which
you
gives you
fail,
experience,
which gives you experience.
and
Mm-hmm.
Hey, she's
pretty
And
much you just cuss a lot.
Pretty much you
So
just
don't
cuss a lot. So you don't drive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm just cussing back at her. I don't see you doing anything better than that. I don't see you getting thrown into buildings and just cancel each other out. Cancel the cussing out.
Yeah, and that's basically because I'm not stupid enough to get thrown into a building.
All right. So that.
All right.
ends
So
up
that
now-
ends up, and now
Did you?
Janine, you didn't go this turn, did you?
You ended last turn.
You ended
Taking
last
the helmet.
turn by
Yes.
taking the
Yeah,
helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave ground. I'm gonna say
And you
the
gave ground. I'm going to say the
losing
gave
helmet.
ground is the losing the helmet.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So
All right.
Janine goes,
So
and
Janine goes, and
Annie
then
goes, and
Annie goes, and Annie's been
provoked
provoked into a stupid reaction. boy.
All right. So who wants to?
All right. So who wants to go up?
We're gaslighting each other. Eh?
I don't think this is gaslighting, but sure, close enough.
It's a vicious cycle.
It's always a vicious cycle.
Well, in
Flux's case,
he's fuse lighting, but similar.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Maybe out of anger, I'm just gonna run forward to Richard and punch him in the face.
Alright, you're gonna try to punch.
Alright, you're gonna try to punch
so
Richard?
Stupid. Yeah.
You have a golf club. Use a golf club.
Oh sure, I will teleport right in his back and just bash him with the freaking golf club.
Okay.
Right in the noggin.
Okay, so directly.
Okay, so
Hey,
directly
I found
engage.
a vicious cycle.
Here comes a picture.
Here comes a picture of a bicycle.
Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Now we know how you roll.
Now we know how you roll.
Exactly.
Okay, why don't you roll directly engage?
I already. Which one?
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be a
Okay,
hit. What do
so
you
that's
pick?
going to be a hit. What do you pick?
I don't wanna get hit.
Probably a wise.
Probably a wise choice.
So which one? Okay.
So which one? Okay, yeah. So you pick that one.
All right.
All right.
And he starts.
To back away.
I think Annie's up.
Who's going to foolishly attack
Yes.
Redeemer.
I mean, I was planning to do that anyway.
Now, did you guys ever see
Superman 2? The original
No.
Superman 2?
There is a classic
part in there where the bad guys, as I recall, they throw Superman into a bus.
Wait, how did
And
wait,
a
how,
bunch
we,
of the
how can a bad guy throw Superman into a bus? What?
all the bad guys
in Superman 2 are from Krypton, so they have
Okay.
Superman powers.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Yeah,
a bunch
is it
of
a Zack
the
Snyder movie? Wait, is it
a
the
bunch-
Zack
This
Snyder
is
movie?
Superman 2, the original one.
like 1980.
yeah, like 1984 or something.
All the civilians
Civilians around say, "Hey, they just killed Superman. Let's get him," which was classic.
Gosh.
So
Redeemer.
Redeemer's right there. You should just attack him.
So
So what
Bonnie
are you gonna-
teleports on Richard's head and starts punching or something?
Yeah, she teleported on ahead and whacked him with a golf club. And it apparently hurt him.
I
So
mean, I
he's
would imagine
he's
getting,
grabbing for his
I would
helmet.
imagine getting hit
getting
on the
ready to
head
book out of there.
with a golf club would hurt. I would imagine.
Especially when you don't have your helmet.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I'm facing Redeemer, and I'm going to say before I attack, I just remember I tried to be nice first.
You asked them to surrender. Please go back into the prison cell.
I did try. No, I don't want to. Whack! You throw my friend through me. Like, just remember. Just remember. I tried to be nice first. Because it's all bubbles. So,
All right, club,
yeah,
do
Glub
what you
Glub.
can.
I'm going to, I'm going to just. Laughing. I'm going to I'm going to latch onto his head and block his airflow. Make him pass out. Latch out across his head like,
Ooh.
Okay. All right. This one's
Like a
tricky.
face,
I
like a
don't
face
know.
hugger, yeah, like a face hugger.
I might call this directly
sure.
engaged.
Yeah, sure.
What do you think?
I don't mind. It's
Okay.
it's an attack.
I mean, it could also be an unleashed.
Yeah, I mean, it could almost go either way, but we'll say directly engaged. You're trying to.
Technically,
It's
the option
Annie's
I'm
choice.
going for is like taking away something, and I want to take away his consciousness. So I guess directly engage.
No, take away his consciousness doesn't work because that's basically defeating in one thing. I'm not going to allow that.
But that is what
But
I'm trying to do. Just because it doesn't work, that's
yeah, that's
fine.
long
No,
term.
just because it doesn't work, that's fine. But that's what I like. My end goal is that. So like I think it's like either. So it's up to you. Like whichever you want me to roll.
Hey, why don't you go direct?
Hey, why don't you go
Sure.
directly engage?
Come on, that XP. It's the -1. I can do it. I can totally do it. I'll frickin' do it. You frickin' do. Oh my gosh, I actually did it. I could have gotten the XP. I was so close. I'm so close.
All right.
Could have.
So are you trying to take away?
So are you trying to take away something?
Yeah. Let me look at my options. Okay. So like okay. I'm gonna take away their. I'm gonna take away. Is it possible to take away their like vision and hearing because they have slime covering those things?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Yeah, I'll allow
Like
that.
since I can't take away the thing right now, I'll try that again next turn. Like next week when like if if I manage to keep hold of his windpipe, then yeah, he'll probably go pass out next few turns later. So yeah, this is a start of trying to take away his consciousness. So yeah, I'm taking away their vision and hearing.
Now,
if something hits your body, it still hurts, right?
Yes, technically.
Probably
yes.
not as much as
normally, but
this is my new normal, so it's something.
All right.
It's as close
So
to
he's
as
gonna-
hard.
so he's gonna.
So you didn't take.
So you didn't take
No, I
resist
did
or
not
avoid their
do
blows, so
something
he's gonna do
Yes,
something bad.
he should.
So he's gonna headbutt the wall.
So he's gonna headbutt the wall.
He should. That's a great idea.
Ooh.
I'll give you a choice. Do you want?
I'll give you a choice. Do you want to take a condition or do you want to roll for powerful blows?
I'm gonna look at my options here.
So yeah, I'm actually giving.
So
you a
yeah,
choice
I'm actually
here.
giving you a choice
Oh
here.
my God, you absolute mad lad. You absolute mad lad. Honestly, I have no idea. What do the rest of you think?
Honestly, if it's
me,
I would
always
all
take
gamblers.
condition. No, I'm the one who's not the gambler. I would never take a powerful blow. Because I always screw up when I take a powerful blow.
Like
and
you
get my butt kicked.
know what?
I mean, how many
You know
conditions
what?
do you have?
I am.
How many
I haven't
conditions do you
taken
have?
any conditions.
Okay, then take a powerful blow. That's a really safe choice. Because you have like a 7 of 12.
You know what? I think I would be angry that you're not being a good person, and you also threw one of my teammates threw me. You're a bad person, and I'm gonna put you back in prison. So I am angry at this person.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
So I
got us
think that got us through everyone except Evelyn. So Evelyn will be up to bat when we start next week. Quick recap. Redeemer is covered in goo, which is blocking his vision and hearing, making it harder for him to see and
he's
stuff.
also slowly probably losing breath.
Yeah, I mean,
you do it another turn or two, and then maybe you'll say,
start to take away
his breath, whatnot. It'll take a little bit.
He has gigantic lungs.
Let's see, we
he's
got
a luchador.
that.
He has big lungs.
Yes.
He can hold
Yes.
out.
Now
I'm thinking Bob and Bill haven't really
been engaged, so they're actually
Bill is picking up Bob
and
is going to try to pull him
is going to try to pull him away from the and it shouldn't be a big deal. He's going to try to pull him out of the poison ivy. So they're going to try to get away this turn. Richard is running the leave.
Wouldn't you say like Lottie might have a chance to stop them? Since
Lottie can try to
can try to intervene on him. I'm just kind of recapping where they are so we can play that at the beginning of next week's session and know where things stand.
Does that sound like a plan?
Does that sound like a plan? All right.
Now
we've had a bunch of mini sessions. We haven't really had a chance to do end of session.
And
come.
one of our
do we want?
Characters is missing, so why don't we just like skip end of session this week also?
Okay, as long as everyone's
okay. As long as everyone's okay with that, I don't want you guys to feel shorted experience and all that.
Nah, that's fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
That's fine.
I mean,
Okay.
All right.
All right.
it's not like
Alright.
the point of
Honestly,
a mass isn't
like,
that
here's
we're
the
all
fun part, like,
we're all going to be
like,
compulsive, right?
I'm in this Friday morning Monster of the Week campaign, and the GM was running like a mystery kept going longer and longer and lasted 8 sessions. Usually mysteries only last 2 sessions. And just like because like everyone was like ending the session and had like stuff to do because the winter times and stuff, so every session had to end like really quickly, like what's happening in this game. So we ended up like each of us ended up leveling up twice, like getting like 10 or 12 XP in just one mystery. And now I'm stuck because my character is about to like either change playbooks or retire, and I don't want either of those. So there's some downsides in getting too much XP.
Well, I mean, Flux was close to that during our first Halcyon Australia
he
game.
leveled up once, but
I mean,
I don't think he was like close enough to leveling up a.
Well, he
changed playbooks.
No, he changed playbooks.
I think that's like a good like 60%.
Because it was one of the options.
60% or halfway point. I think that's a good halfway point.
Yeah.
So I'd say like we went to about like 75% of his like entire upgrade tier, I guess is the word.
Honestly, we ultimately learned that the best technique is to play a bull in a game that Aillas is in, because Aillas hugs everyone.
In a game, Aillas is playing as a hugger.
Well, you know what?
I
still ended up sliding a little bit into the hugger when I was the bull. So
that's because you just really suck at being a bull. You're much better as a hugger person.
Okay, so that's for power gamers out there. If there's a name out there, it's a Janus out there, play a bull and take friend.
Yes. And better hope that friend is someone who enjoys doing comfort and support, because then you can XP horde like so much. It's dumb. Also, let me know when I should. Let me know when I should stop the recording because it's so annoying.
Should we cut the recording and call it a day?
Call it a day.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Good job. And we made
I'll
more
post my
progress.
I am calling it a Saturday.
Yeah,
Good job, Saturday. I'm so proud of you, Saturday, for being a Saturday.
Flux,
All right.
for showing up.
Flux,